Eala begins Abu Dhabi Open campaign versus Zeynep Sonmez. Manila, Philippines. The Eala mania at the Abu Dhabi Open goes full swing on Monday night when the Filipino ace opens a campaign against fellow tennis rising star Zeynep Sonmez. Eala, who arrived in the United Arab Emirates capital home to a huge Filipino community on Friday, aims to get back on track following a tough exit at the Philippine Women's Open. Hoping to make the most out of a dream WTA 125 event at home, the 20-year-old Eala fell to eventual champion Camila Osorio of Colombia, 6-4, 6-4, in the quarterfinal on Thursday night. The Rafa Nadal Academy graduate faces a stiff opening challenge against the 23-year-old Sonmez, who is coming off a historic Australian Open 2026 campaign for Turkey. Sonmez, who had a career-high world number 69 ranking in October 2025 before slipping to number 112 as of posting time, became the first Turkish player to make the third round of the Australian Open. Their Abu Dhabi duel won't be their first meeting. The two had already crossed paths twice before, with Eala winning on both occasions, which included a quick win in the qualifying round of the Eastbourne Open last June. Eala held her first practice in Abu Dhabi on Saturday in front of a big crowd. She will also compete in doubles of the WTA 500 event with Indonesia's Janice Chen. The desert morning in Abu Dhabi carries a particular kind of hush, the sort that feels temporary, as if the city itself is holding its breath before the first ball is struck. Beyond the glass and steel skyline, the tennis courts shimmer under a pale sun, hard and honest, offering no favors. It is here, on this clean rectangle of blue bordered by heat and expectation, that Eala steps into the opening chapter of her Abu Dhabi Open campaign against Zeynep Sonmez. For Eala, the walk to court is more than a routine procession. It is a continuation of a journey that began oceans away, stitched together by early mornings, long flights, and a belief that talent, when matched with discipline, can travel anywhere. She carries herself with a quiet intensity, shoulders loose, eyes forward, like someone who understands that big moments rarely announce themselves with noise. They arrive softly, disguised as just another match. Across the net stands Zeynep Sonmez, composed and unflinching, the kind of competitor who thrives on rhythm and resilience. Where Eala's game speaks in acceleration and angles, Sonmez answers with patience and persistence, a steady metronome that days opponents to overreach. Their meeting feels less like a collision and more like a conversation. Two distinct tennis dialects preparing to be spoken fluently under pressure. The Abu Dhabi Open has a way of magnifying contrasts. The modern stadium rises from the desert like a promise, yet the game itself remains ancient in its demands, timing, courage, and the nerve to swing freely when everything suggests restraint. For Eala, this setting is both test and invitation. The courts are quick, rewarding initiative, but unforgiving to hesitation. Every decision, step in or stay back, attack the second serve or build the point, will be amplified by the conditions. As the warm-up balls thud into strings, Eala's left-handed forehand unfurls with a familiar snap. There is an ease to it, a reminder that creativity can coexist with structure. She has always played with a sense of possibility, willing to explore the geometry of the court, to turn defense into offense with a sudden change of direction. Yet in Abu Dhabi, creativity must be tempered by clarity. The desert rewards those who choose wisely. Sonmez, meanwhile, settles into her patterns with calm assurance. Her strokes are compact, efficient, built for long exchanges that wear down impatience. She does not rush the point. She invites it to grow. Against a player like Eala, this becomes a fascinating tension. Spot versus steel, improvisation versus endurance. Neither approach is inherently superior. On any given day, the court decides. The opening games often reveal truths players try to hide. Eala tests the waters early, stepping inside the baseline, sending a message that she intends to dictate. Sonmez responds by extending rallies, pushing the ball deep, asking the young Filipina to prove that her ambition can be sustained. The crowd, a blend of locals and traveling fans, senses the undercurrent. This is not just a first-round match. It is a measuring stick. What makes this moment compelling is not merely the outcome, but the context. For Eala, every tournament at this level is an opportunity to translate potential into presence. She is no longer just a promising name. She is a competitor learning how to impose herself against players who have built careers on consistency. The Abu Dhabi Open, with its bright lights and global audience, offers a stage that demands authenticity. Pretending is not an option. Between points, Eala pauses, bouncing the ball with deliberate rhythm. These small rituals are anchors, reminders of process in a sport obsessed with results. Somewhere in those pauses lies the essence of her growth, an understanding that confidence is not bravado, but trust in preparation. Win or lose, the way she competes matters. Sonmez, for her part, brings her own narrative to the court. She represents a tennis culture that values grit and gradual progress, where breakthroughs are earned inch by inch. Her presence in Abu Dhabi is a testament to persistence, to the belief that staying the course can eventually lead to moments like this, under the sun, against a rising talent, with nothing to lose and everything to gain. As the match unfolds, the desert seems to lean closer. Long rallies draw applause, bold winners earn gasps. There are swings of momentum, as there always are, but beneath them runs a steadier current, mutual respect. Each player recognizes the other's strengths, adjusts, adapts. This is the quiet beauty of professional tennis, often overshadowed by trophies and headlines. The constant dialogue between opponents, carried out in spin and footwork. For Eala, the Abu Dhabi Open is not just another stop on the calendar. It is a reminder of why she plays. The challenge, the craft, the chance to test herself against different styles and unfamiliar places. Facing Zeynep Sonmez in the opening round is an invitation to embrace complexity, to blend creativity with composure. When the final point is played, whatever the scoreboard reads, something will have shifted. Experience will have been gained, lessons absorbed, confidence either affirmed or refined. In the desert air of Abu Dhabi, careers do not change in a single match, but they do reveal their direction. And as Eala leaves the court, racket in hand, she carries forward more than the result. She carries the understanding that beginnings matter. This one, against Sonmez, under the sun and the spotlight, is a beginning shaped by courage, creativity, and the enduring promise of what comes next.